Hello, friends. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again for a virtual class from wherever you are today in this time, in this space. Find whatever you need to get comfortable for your class. I like a mat, 2 blocks, and I'm sitting on a comfy blanket just to give myself a little bit of extra padding. You choose what works best for you. And find a comfortable seated position, rocking side to side, getting even more on your sits bones. As you allow yourself to drop in. Drop into the space on your mat in this time and in this place. Starting to take a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Maybe you'd like to bring your gaze down to the ground. Maybe you want to close your eyes or look across to the horizon. Just find a space to set an intention for your practice. What are you working on? Together, we're going to have a heart-opening flow that is going to leave us feeling balanced on both sides. And we're going to do a little right brain, left brain work to really connect everything together in between. So sitting up tall, more breaths in, exhaling all the way out. See if at the bottom of your exhale, you could even release a little bit more. There's always a little bit more to let go of. Breathing deeply, exhaling fully. Beautiful. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, lean over to one side. Then inhale back up to center. Exhale over to the other side. Come on back up. Exhale back over. Starting to gently allow yourself to sway side to side and just start to fill up that space around you. Taking up as much room as you like in this moment. Find your flow with your breath. Maybe you want to lean a bit further to the side. Sit up nice and tall at the top, exhaling a little further over to the other side. One more on each side. Think about rooting down in those sits bones as you're leaning all the way over. Nice and gentle. Beautiful. Sitting up tall. Let the hands come out to the side. Sparkle the fingers. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, reaching up, up, up. Let your shoulder blades drop down, lifting up through the heart. Take a breath here. Sigh it out. Good job. One more. Beautiful. Now look down and bring your hands down to the ground. We're going to forward fold. Walk the hands forward. Only go as far as you like. Then once you get to a place that feels good to you, let your body sway side to side. Bring the gaze down towards the feet. Let your chin come in towards your chest. Lick your lips. Wiggle out your jaw. Take another breath all the way in. Exhale all the way out. Coming back to center, walk the hands back towards your body. Bring yourself back up. Allow the hands to come back to the sides. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up, up, up. Sparkle the fingers. This time, exhale, let your right hand come down to the right side. Plant that hand down on the ground and reach your left arm over. Reach that left arm over, maybe even reach up towards the sky a little bit with that left elbow, and then look up towards your elbow. And then when you get to a space that feels good for you, you could even push away from the ground with that bottom hand, giving yourself a little bit more of a solid foundation as you reach up and over. Sparkle the fingers at the top. Okay, take another breath, and as you exhale, that top arm is going to sweep down in the front and then around through the center. Nice. Inhale, both arms back up. Exhale, left hand is going to come down. Right arm is going to reach up and over. Maybe even reach up a little further with that right elbow if that feels good to you. And then with that left hand, push away from the ground, lifting up, finding that side body stretch on this side. Take a breath, sigh it out. Nice. Take another breath. As you exhale, that top arm is going to reach down, around, over to the side. Both arms come back up, reaching up, up, up. Exhale, arms come forward. Find that forward fold again. Hands come down to the ground. Walk them forward gently. Maybe you'd like to go a little further this time. Maybe not. You choose. And then again, release any tension you're holding, maybe in your neck, in the back of your shoulders. You could unclench your jaw, swaying side to side, not the head. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. What else could you do to wiggle out your week? Good job. Walk the hands back to the body. Okay, now take your hands to your knees and help them come together. Knees are going to come together. Extend the legs out long. Point and flex the feet. Point and flex the hands. Just give those joints a little bit of love. The wrists, the ankles. You could do some wrist and ankle circles. That always feels nice. Okay, now you're going to recross your legs, and this time we're going to do it the non-dominant way. So it's very likely that you had that right leg in front. So let's put the left leg in front. Or if you started with the left leg, swap sides. Okay, so left leg in front, right leg tucked in, sway side to side. Get back on those sits bones. Sitting up tall through the spine. Let's take a breath and round those shoulders all the way up to your ears. Let them drop down and back. Let's find a few shoulder circles. All the way up, back, and down. You, again, here, if they're not already, you could close your eyes and just see how that feels in your body at this time, in this space, wherever you are, wherever this virtual class finds you. Okay, now let's circle the shoulders in the other direction. Making any little adjustments so it feels good to you. Maybe one shoulder wants a little more love. You could do individual circles, drawing forward, really paying attention to how those shoulder blades feel on your back. Let them open up. All right, come on back to center. Give the shoulders a little wiggle. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands down towards the ground. Walk yourself forward. Lick the lips, sway side to side, nod the head, yes and no. Push into the ground with your hands and really push back into the sits bones so that those sits bones are grounded as you're swaying, giving those hips a little love, giving your lower back a release. You think about how this would feel if you're just swaying back and forth and you're letting everything in your body tell you what it would like. Maybe a little more lean in on this right side, maybe backing off something on the left side. I don't know. Listen to your body, see what it says. Take another breath in Exhale, sigh it out. Bring the chin to the chest. Lick the lips, nod the head, yes, yes, no, no. Come on, back up. Good job. Swaying side to side, get back on those sits bones. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way out to the side. Sparkle those fingers up, reaching all the way up, up, up. Exhale, left hand is going to come down to the ground, reaching over with the right. Reaching over, over. Let that right elbow even lift up a little higher. Get into that stretch. And then when you feel it really nice on that side body, push through the left hand and really cement down into the ground, through the hand, through the mat, down into the earth. Let the gaze go up. Sparkle the fingers, reach over, take a big breath in. As you exhale, we're going to slowly bring our gaze towards the horizon and then bring it all the way down towards the ground. Look down at your hand. Keep everything else the same. Reaching, reaching. Inhale, back up, and we're going to slowly bring that gaze back up. Exhale back down. In neck, a little bit of love. One more time, all the way up, up, up. And this time as you exhale, bring it down, let that top arm sweep down as well. All the way through center, both hands come up. Reaching up, 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 sparkle the fingers, shoulders slide down on the back, lifting up through the heart. Take a breath, sigh it out. Right hand reaches over, left arm comes on the top. Hand plants down, left elbow reaches up. Make any adjustments so this feels better to you on this side. What could you do to lean into it a little bit further? Take a breath. Sigh it out. Nice. Now take another breath. Keep everything as it is except your gaze. The gaze is slowly going to come forward towards the horizon and then all the way down towards the ground. Gentle release, feeling it come through the neck. Inhale back up, nice and slow. Exhale back down. One more time, all the way up, gentle, gentle. And on this exhale, both hand and the head are going to come down towards the ground. Arm slides through center. Beautiful. Reach both arms all the way back up. Sparkle the fingers, shoulders slide down on the back. Beautiful. Take another breath. I'm going to forward fold. Hands come down. Walk yourself forward. Only as far as you want to go on this side. And once you get there, notice how it feels compared to the other side. Right? We're on our non-dominant side now. Just see what you find when you're here. Let your body tell you how it feels. Lick your lips, unclench your jaw, nod your head, yes, yes, no, no. What other adjustments would feel good to you? You get to choose. Beautiful. Walk yourself forward. And again, we're going to gently put our hands on those knees, lean back, help the legs come together, extend the legs out long. Find your staff pose. Point and flex your hands and feet. Point and flex. Find some wrist and some ankle circles. Maybe shake them out. All right, just releasing whatever they're holding. All right, great. Now, come back together, bring those sits bones back underneath you. Anchor down in the heels, toes come back towards the body, sitting up nice and tall. Take a big breath in, inhale the arms all the way up. Up, up, up. Exhale, the hands are going to come down behind the back. Interlace those fingers together, or maybe let your hands reach down on the ground, whatever feels best for you. You could also set your hands on your lower back, lots of options. What feels good to you on this side. And just lift up through the heart, nice and tall. All the way up, up, up. Beautiful. Exhale, release the hands, bring them back to the knees, wiggle out the shoulders. Okay, now let's meet in table. So you could get there however you like. I like to take my legs and swing them around underneath. And I'm still going to keep this blanket underneath for some padding. Why not? You choose. If you don't have a blanket and you'd still like a little extra padding, a good tip that you could always do is take your mat and just give it a little fold underneath, and then that would be where you'd put your knees, right with the padding, more towards the middle of the mat if you don't have the blanket. But, do, again, what works for you. So find your table and give yourself a moment to get there. Sway your hips side to side. Nod your head yes and no. And tuck your feet and give them a little pity patty. Turn your hands in the other way. And do some circles. Do some circles on your wrist. You could go as fast, as slow as you like, but it kind of feels better when you go slow. You can just slide through and really notice how those hands feel. And make sure to circle in both directions, balancing out all of our movement. Okay, bring the hands back to center. Perfect. I'm just trying to see a good way for you to see about what we're going to do next. Yep. Okay. So find your table, and we're going to do a few rounds of cat and cow. So toes are tucked, wrists under elbows, under shoulders, knees under hips. Looking down about 2 feet in front of your hands. Take a breath. Sigh it out. Good job. Now take another breath. And as you exhale, we're going to find our cow, gently letting that belly drop down, letting our tailbone tuck up, then lifting up through the heart, pushing away from the ground with both hands, looking up at the gaze. And as you exhale, slowly bringing the gaze down, allowing the chin to tuck into the chest. And then think about sliding into this one vertebrae at a time, starting right from the back of your neck, sliding all the way up through the shoulders, the mid back, lower back, and then the tailbone tucks down. And now you're in this really arched back cat pose. Beautiful. Take another breath. And as you exhale, as you inhale, we're going to slowly come back down and rise up into that cow. Nice. And then exhale, slide back. Inhale, tuck forward. And again, think about moving one vertebrae at a time. You could close your eyes and find this beautiful flow in between the two poses and listening to our bodies, opening up that heart space and asking, what do we need to feel balanced? Is it more cat, more cow? You could stay into one pose and breathe into it. If you want to keep expanding this flow, which I really like to do, we're going to slide into that cat. And from the cat, we're going to allow our fingertips to slide down the mats, coming to our knees, sliding up the hands. Toes are still tucked, giving us this beautiful balance. Inhaling, sweeping those arms all the way back up. Rising up, up, up. Exhale, sliding back down. Arms are going to come back down. Fingers are just gently coming through the air, through your space. Again, playing with our proprioception, letting the hands come down to the ground, planting them down, and then inhaling back into cow. It'll feel a lot better once you just start making it your own. It can be as big or as little as you like. Finding that beautiful heart-opening flow. Allowing the shoulders to expand. The hips and the lower back to release. What little adjustments could you make so that this feels better to you? Maybe you want to stay at the top and find a little baby back bend. And then exhale, luxuriously sliding all the way back down. Find your flow. If your body wants more breath, you could stay in whatever part of this pose that feels good to you and just breathe into it. Sometimes we want some more stillness to balance out the chaos of the day. Sometimes we want more movement because we've been stuck in a desk all day. Only you know what would feel good to you in this moment. Allow yourself to choose what's going to be the best. All right, we're going to take 2 more rounds of whatever it is that you're doing. Big breaths in, long exhales out. Exploring the space around you and inside of you. Good job. Come on back down and meet me in your table. Stay here for a few breaths. Bring your knees a little bit closer and sway your hips side to side. And see if you can let yourself come a little bit further to the side every time you go over. Just nice and slow on this one. This one's no rush. Just let yourself lean into that side body. One more each side. Just like really come onto that side. All right, and then up and over. All right, nice. Back to that table, knees under hips. Take a breath. Sigh it out. Tuck the toes and lift those knees. Slide your hips up. We're going to come up into our downward dog. So come on up, downward dog. Pedal out your dog. Not the head. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Play around in your dog in whatever organic way feels good to you. Maybe you want to lift a leg and twirl a foot. Make sure to balance out whatever it is that you're doing. Beautiful. Move around in that body. Not the head, yes and no. All right. Come back into your dog. Take a breath. Sigh it out. Allow yourself to look back between your feet. Maybe there's a wall behind you or something that you could see that'll help you relax your neck a little bit further. And as you melt that heart down towards the ground, see if you can lift your hips up towards the sky. Good job. All right. Pedal the legs out a little bit more. Nod the head, unclench your jaw. All right, good job. Now we're going to get a little bit firmer in our right leg, and we're going to inhale that left leg up. Find your 3-legged dog. See if you can keep your hips facing towards the ground so they're still closed, and do a few ankle circles. Good job. Now, if you'd like, you could open up a little bit further and let the left leg drop over to the right side. Still keeping the shoulders facing towards the mat and the hips. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Now we're going to look forward. Bring those hips forward and slowly let the foot come back down to the ground. Pedal out your dog. Good job. Okay, going to the other side. Get nice and firm in your left leg. Inhale, right leg up. Good job. Draw a few circles. Make sure that your hips and shoulders are facing towards the mat. Pushing away from the ground with the hands, reaching up with that leg. If you'd like to open that hip up a little bit more, let the right leg gently reach over to the left. Reaching over, still keeping shoulders forward. Big breath in. Sigh it out. Nice. Making sure that knee is towards the front. Let it come back to the center. Tuck it back under. Pedal it out. Take a breath. Back into the downward dog. Good job. Now looking forward, we're going to gently let the knees come back down towards the ground. Find your table. Tuck the toes. Tuck the feet. Find the shoelaces. Pedal the feet out. Little kitty patty. And then come on to the feet and come off of those wrists. Yes, come off the wrists. Come on to the knees and give the wrists a little shake. Little shimmy. Good job. And we're just going to sit on our calves for a little bit. So if you don't like this, or if your knees or your hips don't like this, I'm sitting on my blanket for padding, but you could also just take a block. Maybe we should all just take a block. And you could sit on the block. Whatever setting you like. Be a little more foundation so you're not so tucked into the hip creases. And adjust whatever needs to be adjusted. Get yourself sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. Good job. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. And keep your knees where they are. We're just going to forward fold. Like a little half happy baby. No, not happy baby. Little half child's pose. Not happy baby yet. Don't get that close. All right. Not getting that far down to the ground. Just a little sway. All right, walk back up. Give the wrists another twirl. Good job. Okay, coming back up onto the calf. Scoot the block out of the way. Coming back into your table. Take a breath. Sigh it out. Tuck the toes. We're going back up into the downward dog. Rising back up, hips towards the sky, heart melts down towards the mat. Pedal out your legs, nod the head, wiggle the shoulders, release anything that needs to be released. Looking back towards your ankles or the wall behind you. Okay, take a breath, and we're going to rise up onto that right leg again, slowly lifting the left leg up to the sky. This time we're going to allow that hip to open, drawing a few ankle circles. Beautiful. And then we're going to gently start to reach over to the left. And we're going to allow ourselves to flip ourselves over. So left foot comes down to the ground, right leg extends, left arm comes long, flipping the dog. Look towards your middle finger that's extended at the top. Take a breath here. Sigh it out. One more. Beautiful. Now take another breath. Your left hand is going to come down to your heart and bring your right hip down. Take a breath. Good job, yogis. We're going back up. So get ready. Make sure that left foot is planted. Left arm is going to reach up, push away from the ground, come all the way up, up, up. Beautiful, reaching. Now let that top arm circle all the way down. We're going to flip ourselves back over, left knee into the chest, pushing away from the ground with your hands on the bottom, arching into that cat spine. Take a breath. Okay, here's a little more fun. Take that left leg, it's still tucked in. We're going to reach under and over to the right side, finding our fallen star, anchoring down in that left hand, circle around, reach up with the right. There you go, fallen star. Shoulders are stacked, heart is lifted. Also, right hip reaching up towards the sky. Take a breath. Sigh it out. One more. Bring that right arm down, plant it. Left knee's coming back into the chest. Foot comes down to the ground, pedal it out. Nod the head, yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Good job, yogis. Take another breath. Bring those knees back down to the ground. Again, coming off the wrist, adjusting whatever needs to be adjusted. Tuck the toes, wiggle out the feet. We're going to stay up this time. Stay up. We're not going to sit down on the calves. Let's do some shoulder circles. Big shoulder circles. Little sway side to side. And make sure to circle in both directions. Good job. Maybe you want to do the individuals. And then the other side. All right, inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, let the hands come down behind your back. Interlace those fingers. Again, you choose. You could interlace the fingers. You could reach back towards your feet. You could have your hands on your lower back, just reaching forward. Find a little baby back bend. What feels good to you? What helps you open up that heart space, the front of the chest? Big breath in. Sigh it out. All right, bring that chin back down. Release the hands, wiggle out the shoulders. Sway a little side to side. Re-tuck the toes. We're going to come back down into our table. We're going to the other side now. So sway side to side a little bit. Really start to lean into those hips. A little bit further on each side. There you go. Good job. Keep going. Okay, now see if you can get all the way on that side and just release that hand and just take a breath and let that top shoulder drop. Look over to the side. Take a breath here. Good job. Going to the other side, bring that top arm down and around, sliding up and over. Hip comes down again. This time we're going to switch, so other top arm goes over. We're going to look over that side. One more. Good job. Come on back around and into your table. Take a breath. Sigh it out. Wrists under elbows, under shoulders, knees under hips. Beautiful. Take a breath here, and as you exhale, make sure those toes are nice and tucked. We're going to come on up, slide up into our downward dog. Let those knees come up, head relaxes down. Pedal it out. What adjustments can you do? Take a breath. Sigh it out. Settle into your pose. Looking back between the feet, relax the neck. Drawing the sits bones up towards the sky, allowing that heart to melt down. All right. Now, leaning into the left leg, we're going to the other side. So left leg is going to be our foundation. Inhale, right leg all the way up. Coming up, three-legged dog, drawing a few ankle circles. Getting nice and firm in the arms, and then gently reaching over to the left with that right leg. And then when you're ready, slowly let yourself tip over. Right leg plants down, right arm comes up and reaches nice and long. Find that beautiful back bend, looking towards the top arm, that middle finger planted down in the bottom hand, reaching up and over. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, top hand comes to the heart. Allow yourself to bring those hips down towards the ground. Take a breath here. Good job. And then when you're ready, we're going to rise all the way back up. So inhale, left hand's planted down, reaching back up through the hips, through the heart, up and over. Take a breath here. Sigh it all the way out. Okay, now this time I'm going to reach that right hand over, turn the whole body towards the mat. Right knee comes into the chest. Take a breath. Good job. One more. Okay, so now we're going to take that right leg and we're going to reach it under and through, coming into our fallen star. So make sure that left foot is still planted. If you need to do a little wiggle, a little wobble and get into it, go for it. Find your pose. And then when you're ready, we're going to turn, reaching up and over, stacking the shoulders, lifting up through the heart, through the left hip, drawing everything up towards the sky. Big breath in, sigh it out. Beautiful. One more breath. And as you exhale, we're going to close back down, left hand to the ground, bring the hips towards the mat. Right knee comes into the chest. Then we're going to let that foot come down to the ground. Pedal out your dog. All right. And when you're done, bring the knees down to the ground. Come on back up. Off the wrists. Untuck the feet. Do some pity-patty with your feet. Shake the hands. Sway side to side. All right. Good job. So keep the feet tucked. Inhale, arms all the way up. Up. Exhale, right hand's going to come down to the side. Reach over with that left arm. Reach over. And slowly exhale. Left hand sweeps down and around through center. Both arms up. Reaching the hands up. On the exhale, left hand's going to come down. We're going to reach over with the right. Over. Still going into that side body. And when you're ready to exhale, that arm drops down and back through center. Both hands come all the way up. Exhale, arms down behind the back. What feels good to you on this side? Are you going to go further? If you're going to interlace your fingers, do it the non-dominant way this time. Otherwise, you could choose to hang on to that lower back and lean back. You could also reach back for your feet. Maybe, if you'd like to go even further, you could take those blocks and you could start to reach for a mini camel, a supported camel. And we've done enough back bends now. Maybe that supported camel is where you want to be. Taking a few breaths, opening up the heart space wherever you are. If your full camel's in your practice, feel free to reach back for those ankles. If not, do what works for you. Always options, right? There's always options. And then when you're ready to come out of it, bring one hand to your back and then the other, and sway side to side a little bit. Good job. If you have your blocks on your mat, go ahead and scoot them out of the way. And if you still have the blanket there, great. We could use that. Coming back into our table, sway the hips side to side. All right, come back to center, take a breath, sigh it out. One more. Okay, big breath in. As you exhale, slide back into your downward dog. Pedal it out. Adjust your stance if needed. Find the dog that feels good to you at this point in your practice. Take a breath. Sigh it out. One more. Okay, now look forward towards your hands, and we're going to very gently, very slowly take all of these little small steps and bring our feet to the top of our mat. Walk yourself into a forward fold. And when you get there, let's make sure our feet are hip width apart. So a good way to do that is to take your fists and put them in between your hands, your fists in between your feet, pardon me, and that's hip width apart for you, your fists between your hands, okay? And then you could sway side to side. You could hang on to opposite elbows, nod your head yes and no. Maybe you like to wrap the arms around your legs and pull yourself a little further down. Maybe you want to hang on to that block. You could be up here, just swaying side to side, softening the knees. Really, we're trying to release this lower back and the back of our neck. So look down between your legs, maybe back towards the wall behind you. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Now this time we're going to gently reverse swan dive all the way up. So inhale, coming up one vertebrae at a time, and slowly letting those wings rise up, reaching out to the side. Hands are going to come all the way up, 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 together at the top. You're going to slide down through center to your heart space. Sway side to side. Come on to the balls of your feet. Yep, like come up onto the tops. There we go. Yep. Then come back down. And then come back up. Come back down. Good job. If you still have a blanket on your mat, you go ahead and scoot that out of the way. Coming to the center of your space. Finding your mountain pose. Root down into the ground through your feet. Draw the energy up your legs. Draw your kneecaps up and then tuck your tailbone down. Good job. Shoulders. Find that really big circle again. Let's take a few of those really big shoulder circles and allowing our shoulder blades to find space on our backs. And then when you feel ready, those shoulders are ready to really slide down. Let them come down onto the ground. Let your heart space open. Palms come forward. There's that proud chest. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it all the way out through the mouth. Enjoy 3 more ginormous breaths just like that. All the way in through the nose. All the way out through the mouth. Job. On your next inhale, let the arms sweep out and up, all the way up. Hands come together at prayer. Slide down through the center channel. I'm going to take 2 more just like that. Big breath all the way in. Palms open, drawing all the goodness from the universe right down into our hearts. Prayer hands come back together. 1 more ginormous breath. All the way in, all the way up, up, up. Exhale, let this one allow you to slide all the way down through your centered channel into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Take a few breaths here. Maybe even allow your feet to tippy-toe a little further apart. So you could find a little wider forward fold. If you liked that block underneath you, you could bring that block back into play. Bend one knee and then the other. Find some organic movement here. What is your body asking for? Does it want a wide-legged half lift? Exhale back down. Inhale, half lift. Bring your hands to your knees, maybe to your calves. Where's your half lift? And then exhale back down. All right, we're going to take a big breath, root down in the hands, and gently, slowly reverse wide-legged swan dive back up, right? So feet stay where they are, pushing away from the ground, drawing up the energy through the legs, through the knees. When you get about halfway, that's when the arms are going to come in, sweeping all the way up, up, up. Hands together at prayer. Draw them down to your heart. Take a breath here. Sigh it out. Allow those shoulders to come back and down. Wiggle whatever needs a wiggle. Maybe soften the knees a little bit. Find the stance that you like. Take a breath. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Now we're going to slowly inhale. Arms are going to sweep all the way around and up. Bring them all the way up to the top. Sparkle the fingers. Beautiful. Left hand is going to come down towards the left side. Right arm is going to reach over. Nice stretch, side body arch. You could even take that left hand and slide it down your leg, maybe down towards the back of your legs. You can stretch a little bit more in the front of your body. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Top arm's going to sweep all the way down and around towards the front. Inhale, both hands come up. Exhale, shoulders drop down. Right arm comes down towards right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Reach up, 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 over, over. You choose where do you like that right hand on your leg. How is it helping you? And then exhale. One more breath. On this exhale, top arm's going to sweep all the way down, around towards the front. Both hands inhale back up. Bring them together in prayer, back down to our hearts. Good job. Slowly tiptoe the feet back together. Whatever your version of that wider legged stance was, finding the hips and the feet parallel. Beautiful. Take a breath. On this exhale, we're going to slowly bend our knees, sinking down into our chair. Make sure that our knees aren't going in or out, but we want to come down into our chair pose. Beautiful. Take a breath. Squeeze the back of the glutes. Nice. If you like, you could reach the arms up and forward. Some people like to put them on their shoulders. Take a breath. Wherever you are, adjust whatever needs to be adjusted for your pose. There you go. One more breath. Exhale, slide the hands forward, coming into a forward fold. Let the knees soften. Gentle sway back and forth. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. All right, one more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Good job. Plant the hands at the top of your mat and step your feet back. I'm going to step back into downward dog. We're going to slowly let it bring us down to the ground. So on your next exhale, let the knees come down to the mat and tuck those toes. And we're going to gently slide forward onto our bellies. But you decide, do you want to bring your blanket back to your mat? Getting ready for Shavasana. So it's up to you. When I come down on my belly, sometimes I like to put it on my hip creases. So you choose. Sliding down onto the bellies. Bring your palms down, face down on the ground, and tuck them under your forehead. Sway the hips side to side. Sway the shoulders side to side, and get comfortable on your mat. Take a breath, sigh it out. Let the feet come a little bit further apart so that they're each on a corner of the mat, right? All right. Take a breath and inhale, lift the head up. Just find this little baby back bend, pushing away from the ground through the forearms, the elbows, the palms. And then exhale, bring the head back down. Relax. Sway side to side. Make sure the hips are still grounded. Beautiful. Now take another breath and inhale. Lift the head back up. You don't even have to open your eyes. Just lift your forehead. And exhale, relax back down. Give the shoulders a little wiggle. And now this time we're going to bend our knees and bring our feet towards our butts. And do a few ankle circles. Making sure to circle in both directions. Nice. Now gently just lift the head a few inches off your hands. You don't have to do any sort of back bend. And draw the feet a little bit closer towards your butt. And when you're ready, we're going to swim the arms out and all the way around. And allow them to, if you could, maybe grab your ankles or your calves. Some people like to hang on to their pant leg. You choose. Just gently, still the head is only an inch or two off the ground. We're not pulling back into a back bend. We're pulling our feet towards our butts so that we are opening up the front of our thighs, right? The front of our hips. The shoulders a little wiggle. Make sure the neck is nice and relaxed. And now when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Now we're going to pull up into a little baby bow. So inhale and gently lift the legs and let them pull the arms back, lifting up through the shoulders, through the gaze. And then when you're ready, exhale, come back down. Beautiful. Inhale back up. Exhale gently, coming back down. Nice. Take an extra breath here. And when you're ready, draw yourself back up. And you decide how big or how little to make this. This is going to be our last bow. If you'd like, you could rock side to side. Okay, come on back down. Release the hands. Let them come to your lower back. Release the feet back down to the ground. And just wiggle the shoulders here. Nice. Now slowly let the arms swim back all the way around to the front. Palms come back down under the forehead. Relax the head down. Wiggle out the shoulders. Wiggle out the hips. Turn your head side to side. Lick your lips and unclench your jaw. Bend those knees and bring them back towards your butt, but just allow your feet to sway side to side. Find some reverse windshield wipers. Still releasing the lower back, the hips. Maybe you want to turn them into like figure eights or circles. You could keep swaying your head side to side. And then whatever you do, make sure you do it in the other direction. Beautiful. Let your forehead come back down. Really focus on what you're doing with your feet, your lower body. Maybe some really big circles all the way. Then in the other direction. Beautiful. Come back to center. Take a breath and bring those hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. And we're going to push ourselves through our table, kind of up into that seat where we were on our calves. But really, we're just going to slowly let ourselves turn around and come back down onto our back. So we're just going to do a nice little melt down. Bring the hips to your blanket or to whatever padding you have. Feet are flat on the mat now. And you're going to let yourself come down onto one forearm and then the other. Take a moment here. Sway the hips side to side. Sway the knees side to side. And then when you feel ready, bring one shoulder underneath you and then the other. Arms out to the sides. Find these beautiful flow. As your knees go to one side, let your gaze go to the other. And then inhale both up through center. Exhale to the other side. So now the knees flow to the other side as the gaze goes to where the knees were. Inhale up and over. Pushing into the ground with the back of your head, giving that neck a little bit more of a release. Good job. So now find one side, and we're going to melt down on that side a little further. So I'm going to melt down on my right side. You can even lift up that right hip and come onto that right side, right? And lift up your shoulders. Make sure everything is nice and firm. Palms are up. And come down on that side. If you like, you could take your top foot and set it on, your bottom foot, set it on your top knee. Help that knee come a little closer to the ground. If you'd like to get into this pose even further, you could keep the bottom knee down on the ground. We're going to take that top knee, tuck it into the chest, and then extend it over to the side. Maybe even grab your big toe with your peace fingers and help that leg over to the side. Now that we got this right side all set up, let's think more about the left side. So you could lift those shoulders back up, left arm, reach it up and all the way over. Take the gaze with that arm. Left palm is up, right palm is down, supporting our left foot, hand to toe pose. Relax down into this twist. Enjoy 5 deep, grounding, balanced breaths. Finding those spaces in your body where you'd like to send a little bit more love, a little bit more prana. Slowly and gently coming out, bring the gaze up to the top. And then we're going to slide that left arm into the center. If your right leg is extended, bend that knee. And we're going to slide back onto our back. So bring both knees up towards the sky. Let the hips lift up. We're pushing into the ground with both feet. Lift those hips up, come onto your lower back, and then bring the knees into your chest. Lift one shoulder up and then the other, and allow your hands to wrap around those knees. Sway side to side. Let one foot cross over the other. One hand to each knee. You could draw some big circles. Notice the lower back massage that you get with these circles. Make sure that your blanket is where you want it when you're circling. There we go. You could close your eyes and feel into your body. What is it asking for more of? What does it want less of? All right, going to the other side. Uncross the feet, bring them to the ground. We're going to come onto our left hip this time. So push into the ground, lift the hips up and slide over to the left. And we're just going to start with the knees falling over to the left. Left arm is coming over to the side. Right arm is open on this side. So we're in a T. Shoulders are connected. Take a breath here and decide you could stay here. This could be perfect. It's totally up to you. If you extended your top leg on the other side, let's see how we feel extending it on this side. So gently extend that leg long. You could bring your knee up towards your chest. Maybe big toe, peace fingers, help it over to the side. And then once you get there, we're going to reset the right side again. So lift that shoulder back up. Palm is up on this side. Bring the gaze over to the right. Make any other adjustments. Is there anything else that you did on the other side that felt really good? Try it out on this side too. Ask your body what it wants in this moment. Give it more of that. Relax down into your pose for 5 breaths. Thinking about your intentions that you set at the beginning of practice, this heart-opening class. Balancing out our right and our left sides, bringing everything together in the center. Always finding our center, that calm within the chaos. All right, one more big breath in, sigh it all the way out. And then slowly bring the gaze back up to the sky. If your leg is extended, release that foot from the peace fingers and let the knee come back into the chest. Right arm wraps around that knee, left knee comes back up. You could even tap the feet on the ground, bring those hips back underneath you, knees back into the chest. This time cross the other foot over, right? We're balancing both sides and do some more circles here with the hands on the knees. Let the shoulders lift back up and then come back down, pushing in to the ground at the back of that head. Maybe you want to make these circles a little bit bigger this time. Maybe not, you decide. Make sure to go both ways. Okay, release the feet back down to the ground. Take a breath. Sigh it out. Get yourself ready for that final pose. Lift the shoulders back up. We're going to take a very big full body stretch. So extend one leg and then the other. And then inhale, bring one arm up to the top and then the other. Interlacing our fingers, pushing the palms away from the body. Push your head into the ground, arch those ribs off of the ground. Bring the feet together, point the toes. Take 3 elongating breaths here. In through the nose, sighing all the way out through the mouth. Your last exhale, slowly, mindfully come back down. Bring the shoulders back down, release the hands. Open up into a 5-pointed star. Let your hands and your feet come off of the mat. Take up as much space as you like. Think of your head as that top point on that star. Close your eyes, bring that gaze up to your third eye. Visit your intention for this time in this space. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for taking this class with me today, and to everyone else who enjoys it virtually in the YouTube replay. So glad we found each other. So glad to offer this gift. Enjoy a few more breaths in your meditation. Allow your muscles to melt down. Feeling the support of the earth underneath you. The love of the universe all around you. The wisdom of your ancestors deep inside of you. Slowly, when you feel ready, start to bring yourself back to your body, back to your breath. Gently lick your lips, allow your head to turn side to side. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Could do some ankle and wrist circles. Allowing those circles to go both ways. And then gently slide one knee into the chest, wrapping the hands around that knee. Let the other foot come back to the mat. Beautiful. Now slowly slide the other knee up into the chest and extend that first leg long. Pull that knee into your chest. Beautiful. Allow the other knee to come up, both knees into chest. Wrap your arms around them. Give yourself a really big hug. Again, thank yourself for showing up in this time, in this place with your practice. Thank you for allowing me to be a guide on this part of your journey. Wiggle around in your body, and then when you feel ready, slowly, like super slow motion, find your way up to your favorite comfortable seated position. We'll meet for a few ending breaths. Do whatever you'd like along the way as you allow yourself to come back to life. Find your comfortable seat. And if you can remember which way you started, let's try to end on the other side, right? Still balancing from beginning to end for our entire practice. Swaying side to side on those sits bones. Good job. Coming up nice and tall through the base of the spine, all the way up, 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 every single vertebrae. Nice and tall through the crown of the head. Thank you. Hands come out to the side, sparkle the fingers, inhale, palms up, sweep the arms all the way up. Hands come together at prayer, exhale down through that center channel. Inhale, arms back out to the side, sweeping all the way up. Think about drawing all the goodness we just cultivated in this class together and bringing it down into our hearts through those prayer hands, and just let it slide right in through our auras. One more big breath all the way up, 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 reaching up, up, up. Sparkle the fingers, hands together at prayer. Come back to that heart space, bowing down into your heart space. Take a moment. Enjoy a breath here, filling up with gratitude. Thank you so much for practicing with me here. However you found this class, please come back again. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. The light in me honors and bows to the sacred light in each and every one of you.